And there were tears all over the social media landscape over the weekend because Shedeur Sanders didn't get drafted until the 5th round. He was pick 144. This is racism. I'm going to start with this clown, Gillie the Kid. Gillie is some sort of social media influencer, part-time rapper. He was at Shedeur's house over the weekend for the draft party. He's friends with Shedeur Sanders of some sort. This is the kind of idiot that Deion is exposing himself to and his child to. And Gillie posted a clip over social media that, just crying big tears. This is just a reminder. Shedeur not getting drafted is just a reminder that we're all N-words. Play the clip.
To all my folks out there, right? I just want y'all to know that when you're a black man in America, right, sometimes you get reminders. You know what I mean? As a successful black man in America, I often get reminders. And in the Shedeur Sanders situation, this is just a reminder that you can do everything right in life. You can come from a good family. You could be a good student. You could be a God-fearing kid. You could be a hard worker. You could beat the odds. Your dad could be a Hall of Fame player, and you can beat the odds because not too many Hall of Fame players have good kids. So you can beat the odds. You can beat, he ain't his daddy. You can beat all of that growing up. But you still get a reminder that you just a man. That's it. You just a We sitting here looking at a public execution going on right in front of our eyes. Where it's like, we just got to remind you that you just a
We can cut it right there. That's Gillie the Kid. This is the kind of idiot that Shedeur Sanders has invited into his locker room, into his child's life, into his own life, all to confirm you're just a victim. Shedeur was the perfect kid. He's done everything right. And oh my goodness, he's a 5th round NFL draft pick. This is just a reminder. Never mind that Cam Ward was at the top of the draft, a black quarterback. Never mind that 16 of the 32 quarterbacks in the NFL that are scheduled to start next year, they're black. Never mind that, what's the stat? 7 of the 11 quarterbacks drafted in the first round, I think this is since 2023, black. Never mind that there was some incredible number, like maybe 54 of the 69 guys, first 69 guys or something drafted, black. Never mind that the Las Vegas Raiders, who everyone thought was going to draft Shedeur Sanders, they got a black quarterback in Geno Smith. Tom Brady allegedly is Shedeur's mentor. He owns part of the Raiders. They want nothing to do with him. They had multiple opportunities to draft Shedeur. It all must be racism. This league is just rampant with racism. You can't satisfy these idiots. There's nothing you can do to satisfy these idiots. They're going to cry their tears.
Hey, I had horrible experiences buying and selling my home, so we built real estate agents I trust so you could avoid the same frustration that I had. I don't know how to interview an agent, a real estate agent. Our agents share your sensibilities. You'll like them. They'll actually get the job done, and you'll become friends, really. If you're moving across town or across the country, visit realestateagentsitrust.com. The name says it all, realestateagentsitrust.com.
I'm going to explain to you why here in a second. Don't go, because I'm really going to trigger some of you. But I want to play Ochocinco, NFL player. Cincinnati Bengals put up with all his antics and histrionics. They gave Ochocinco a script to read, and he read it. These are useful idiots. When you listen to Ochocinco, when I play you this clip, you're going to have a hard time convincing me that someone didn't write this script for him. I've seen this dude on Nightcap. I've followed his entire career. They gave this man a script to read. Stir this racism pot. Go out there and cry these tears. Go out there and make Shedeur Sanders a victim. Play the clip.
What we are witnessing once again is the machinery of a system that has never quite known what to do with a free black man, much less in a free black family. The NFL, with all its pageantry and power, finds itself uncomfortable, even threatened, when the likes of the Sanders family walk into a room, not asking for a seat at the table, but daring to bring their own. Deion, Shedeur, this family has refused to shrink to fit the confines laid out for them. And so the machine does what it has always done. It seeks to diminish, to distort, to remind them and us that there is still a place for black folk, and it's not at the head of the table. But in tragedy, you see, it's not in their refusals to bow, but is in the nation's fear of black excellence unchained. The fear that has always been the real danger, not the power of our stride, but the shadow we cast when we stand upright, unafraid, and unapologetically.
He's got to be reading someone else's words, and maybe someone wrote this. Maybe Bill wrote, and someone over at Landscape or Anscape wrote this, and he's just reading it. These are clowns. Everything is racism, racism, racism. Anything that happens to black people, it's always racism. If a 17-year-old black child stabs a white child over a seat under a tent, well, it's racism. That's why the black kid stabbed the white kid. It's racism. He had no choice. This level of idiocy, you can't make peace with this level of idiocy. You can't argue with this level of idiocy. You can't argue with people who reject God, and because that's what this is. This is a rejection of God. Because anybody that believes that Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior rejects victimhood. And so all the people that are running around, oh, I'm a victim, it's racism, it's racism, it's racism. What they're saying is, I don't believe in God. Not really. I believe in the white man. That is my God, and he determines my outcome. And many of you will hear this and think it's just a talking point. It's not a talking point. It's reality. You have rejected God and replaced it with some magical white man who you blame for everything. This level of idiocy, this demonic cult, you cannot make peace with it. There's a mass psychosis that black people are under, where they don't believe they have any power, authority. It doesn't matter what you do to satisfy them. It doesn't matter how fair you make the world. It doesn't matter how unfair you make the world. You know what? You don't have to score as high on the SAT as everybody else to get into college. Now you've tilted the scales in their direction. They still blame racism. Half the NFL, black people are 12, 13% of America. 50% of the quarterbacks in the NFL that'll be starting this year are black. It's still racism. How many tears must we suffer? Here's Luther Campbell, the rapper. Again, just another one of these Bolton paid for influencers that are there to cry, to shed tears, to play the race card over and over and over again. This was one of the most, and there was a lot of incredible tweets about and posts about Shedeur Sanders, Tupac Shedeur, over social media. This one took the cake for me. I hope everyone of you who criticized LeBron James for how he handled his son's path to the NBA is paying attention now. Where are you? Bronny has proven he can play. Shedeur Sanders can play. Strong black men who don't follow their rules know their kids will get attacked and denied opportunities unless they handle things differently. Every one of you owes LeBron James an apology because now you're seeing firsthand how they're treating Deion's son. This is a level of retardation that can't be negotiated with. And obviously, Luke, who I've been friendly with in the past, who's run a football program down in Florida that I've been supportive of, but clearly he's an op and has been an op. Help us grow the Fearless Army. Pound that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with all your fearless friends.